We're getting a new Halloween movie and I want to talk about it. Okay, so Blumhouse is coming out with a new Halloween movie coming out in October. I want to talk about the trailer, I want to talk about the new San Diego Comic-Con footage, and I definitely want to talk about how this movie is going to fit in with the rest of the Halloween universe that we've come to know over the last 40 years. I'm going to start off with the trailer, so here's the beginning.
Testing 1, 2, 3. We're on.
We're here to investigate a patient that killed 3 innocent teenagers on a Halloween in 1978. He was shot by his own psychiatrist and taken into custody that night, and has spent the last 40 years in captivity. Hello, Michael. I have something you might like to see.
So right off the bat we have some new characters, a man and a woman. The man seems to be a psychiatrist. I'm not certain who the woman is. It makes sense that we would bring these people in because Dr. Loomis is not going to be making it to this movie. It's 40 years later, so Dr. Loomis is probably 105 years old by now. And the guy doctor seems like kind of a dick to me. He goes up to the roof, he pulls out a Shatner mask and starts waving it in front of Michael Myers like, hey, this remind you of anything? It's like, yeah, dick, it reminds me of when I used to murder people and now I have to go on a killing spree because you just reminded me of all that. They're saying Michael Myers was locked up 40 years ago for killing 3 people. So what does that mean in terms of Judith Myers? Did she never get killed when Michael Myers was a kid? I'm curious to see how they're going to rewrite all of this when Michael Myers wasn't a killer before that Halloween night. So who was Michael Myers before that night took place? We can tell this movie's going to be creepy because of this guy in the wheelchair. This guy makes my spine shiver. He gives me that nasty feeling you get when you're watching a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Just gross. I don't like it at all. And let's get back to the trailer.
Everyone in my family turns into a nutcase this time of year. Yeah, I mean, your grandmother is Laurie Strode. She was almost murdered.
Wasn't it her brother who murdered all those babysitters?
No, it was not her brother. That's something that people made up.
Do you know that I pray every night that he would escape?
What the hell did you do that for?
So I can kill him.
Dad, look out!
So we get Laurie back, which is super fucking exciting. We know they tried to kill Laurie a few years back, but it looks like we're taking all that away. So what I'm gathering from this so far, how this story is going to fit in with the rest of the Halloween universe, is we are cutting everything after the original Halloween movie. There's no Halloween 2, there's no Season of the Witch. Actually, Season of the Witch doesn't count because it wasn't in the same universe. We know that because they are watching a trailer for a Halloween movie in Season of the Witch, which I thought was pretty cool, but it does make it so it's not in the same universe. But we're still going to be cutting out an awful lot. That means we're not going to have any Danielle Harris, any Paul Rudd, there's no Halloween H2O, there's no Halloween Resurrection. We're starting over from scratch. And that is both exciting and terrifying at the same time. It also looks like we know how Michael's going to be getting out of the facility. It seems that there's an interfacility transfer going on. He's moving from one hospital to another. And I don't think it's a cheap way to get him out of the facility. Hospitals close down all the time, so it makes perfect sense. Hospital closed down, bus takes him to a new one, bus sees cow, crashes, and he gets loose and goes on his killing spree. Alright, let's keep this going.
The bus crashed.
Mom, what bus crashed?
Michael escaped.
Excuse me, somebody's in here.
Hello?
Oh my god, this movie looks so awesome. So in this scene, it looks like our lady doctor's in a little trouble. She's using a truck stop bathroom, and Michael Myers comes in with his bloody hand, drops some teeth down there, which is a horrifying thing to happen to anybody. Also, we've seen truck stop bathroom scenes before. Halloween H2O had one. Michael goes into a truck stop bathroom and there's a mother and daughter in there. He fucks with them a little bit and then takes off with their car to go kill Josh Hartnett and LL Cool J. I like Halloween H2O. A lot of people hate on it. I love that movie. Maybe I have a crush on Josh Hartnett because of 30 Days of Night. I don't really give a fuck. But this movie made me like LL Cool J. It did the impossible and made me like LL Cool J. I didn't give a fuck about him before, but all of a sudden I'm his biggest fan. Not his biggest fan. Not even close to his biggest fan. I kind of like LL Cool J. And then Rob Zombie had a truck stop bathroom scene where Michael goes in and kills Ken Foree. I hate that. I love Ken Foree and I hate to see him die, but what the fuck was his name in that movie? What was his name in that movie? Joe Grizzly. Yeah, his name's Joe Grizzly. And he gets stabbed in the stomach. That sucks. Michael Myers is going to have a much bigger kill count in this movie than he has in a lot of the other movies. And I like it. I love gore in horror movies. I kind of need it. I love practical effects. I love seeing how these effects artists do this stuff. And it's not to say that I'm impervious to being creeped out. There are plenty of things that creep me the hell out, like the inside of a penguin's mouth, and left-handed guitarists, and Tekashi 6ix9ine. Ugh. Alright, so let's finish up the trailer.
He's waited for this night. He's waited for me. I've waited for him. Get out the room! Get inside! You don't believe in the boogeyman? He's here! Michael! You should.
Can you close the closet door?
So like I said, we're rewriting everything. So I have a question. If Laurie got attacked that one Halloween night where her best friends, Annie, Linda, and Bob, all got killed, and it's been 40 years, why is she so worried about Michael coming back? If we're rewriting everything, and he's never come back before, he's been locked up for the last 40 years, why is Laurie all of a sudden so scared and so worried? Why has she been waiting for him to come back? He's never come back before. You would think that she would be done with it by now. 40 years has passed. So either she has some PTSD going on, or maybe she's going a little crazy herself. Maybe they're gonna write one of those crazy scripts with a fucking twist ending where Laurie ends up being the killer. I don't know. It was co-written by Danny McBride. I was shocked too. We know Danny McBride from Eastbound and Down and Tropic Thunder. I didn't know he had this in him, but apparently he likes horror as much as we do because he's killing it so far. He's got every horror fan excited for this movie. I have not been as excited for a horror movie to come out in years, like years. I will definitely be going to the midnight showing of this movie. Yeah, I'm that excited. So on to the San Diego Comic-Con stuff. It looks like we didn't get a trailer, but an extended clip. I read about it the day after it happened, and from what I hear, this is how it went down. Michael Myers creeps into the back of somebody's house, kills them with a hammer. Maybe it's that hammer we saw in a previous scene with the teeth and all that shit. But he kills somebody with a hammer. He takes the knife that they were using to carve up a ham with and creeps past a bunch of trick-or-treaters to sneak into the neighbor's house, and he stabs the neighbor. So, looks like they got a little brutal at San Diego Comic-Con, but that's the clip that we got. Hopefully we'll be getting another trailer soon, and I'm sure I'll want to cover it because I'm so excited about this fucking movie. So, yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, follow me on Facebook, and look for this post so you can find out how you can win your own 11x17 Nick Castle signed Halloween poster. Thanks again, I'll see you next time.